Bueno, vamos a ver este tío. Ah, vale. Con este tipo hay que tener cuidado porque tiene unos ataques muy potentes. Tiene unos ataques muy potentes y como no los esquivemos... Hay que estar muy atentos. En un principio, si estamos atentos a los ataques, no deberíamos de tener problemas. Ya le tengo aturdido además. Voy a intentarle quitar todo lo que pueda. Es más, espero que voy a usar el límite para recuperar un poco yo mi propia vida también. Hay gentuza que ha aparecido por allí. Vamos a intentar matarle. Bueno, no está mal. Bueno, no está mal. Muchos objetos, bastantes puntos de habilidad. Está guay.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord. Perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we felled, another springs up, and yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Guay. Vale. Bueno, pues a ver... Hombre, yo me esperaba un jefe mucho más difícil. No, hombre, no ha estado mal. El guardia dragontino este, pero... No
And
sé.
how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties
Bueno, un emblema
lie.
más. Para que
I shall wear it with pride.
la gente de este lugar no me detenga ni me ataque.
Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
Bueno, ahora realmente... Claro, porque lo que es la meta de esto era meterme en un túnel para...
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
Vale, este tío no se cree que soy su
It is
sobrino.
I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once
Está aplaudiendo el pavo. Bueno,
Still the finest matter in the twins.
pues ya se cree que soy yo, por fin.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
On your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that Lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's.
Está rayada la pobre.
I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Bésala, tío.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Bueno, pues ahora nos toca ir a la guarida.
Only the founder knows what
Y el
awaits us
nombre
in
de
the
la
Iron
misión
Kingdom.
cambia.
But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Y tenemos misiones secundarias además. Así que bueno, vamos a ver. Antes de continuar, vamos a hacer las secundarias. A ver cómo estoy. Bueno, he subido de nivel hace poco, así que aquí tengo nuevas recompensas, creo.
How may I help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts?
Efectivamente.
Here you are. Best of luck out there, Sid.
A ver.
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. That normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he...
Fine.
Knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. We'll open up.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we... Wait a bit. Then...
Vale, pues hay que ir a hablar con el herrero porque está rayado por algo.
Monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
And what can I do for you? Try not to get yourself killed, eh?
Bueno, espera.
Is it business or pleasure? Go on then. You'll not find a better price than that. Finished, are you?
First August, and now you. What you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Made my stuff look like heavy. Should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. Out there. You got what you came for.
All right.
Vale, pues creo que esta misión puede ser importante porque se supone que con ese material que no compró a lo mejor me puedo hacer la armadura mejor.
Didn't think anything could rattle him.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Something tells me this isn't. If he has doubts, it will affect his...
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Assuming you're happy to help that.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First thing... Karen, Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way it turned, but it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is, it makes all his stuff to order. But the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summat.
You don't know where we might find...
Like I said, there's a bit... Don't trust hunters neither, which means he spent...
I see.
He did tell me summat, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. Now where the bleeding hell was its sight?
Thank you, Karen.
At least you admit.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be...
I'll leave the hunting to you. While you get on with that, I'll...
Good idea.
Bueno, voy a dejar aceptada esta misión también.
I didn't take you for a scholarly van.
Oh, this? I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems as... Oh, where's your sense of adventure from spit roasts?
If it's my blessing, you hope.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid, but you're made of sternest.
Something tells me you won't be...
Fantastic!
So,
The only... A beast.
does the book say anything?
Well, only that...
Roses, one of the butchers.
Dejo aceptadas las dos y ya está.
I could have sworn we had a few more.
How did we never hear about these Guardians of the Flame?
No entiendo muy bien.
There are new billets being posted every day.
Es que no entiendo muy bien lo que hay que hacer. Vale, se supone que está por la puerta oeste del bastión. Y eso es aquí. Bueno, pues vamos a por él.
Griffins don't exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew.
Vale, ahí está el bicho.
Another work will have to wait. Ogle, look sharp. Nice try.
This one. Over here! And another! This one. Go for it. Second. Go for it. Over here. Get him. Attack. Go for it. Get him. Get him! Over here! Attack! This one! Second! No good. Second! Get him! This one! Attack! Too slow. Second! Get him! This one! Go for it!
Madre mía.
Already. Over here! Go for it! Over here! Attack!
Take this.
Get him! Nice try. Attack! This one.
A ver si le puedo dejar.
Over here!
A ver si le puedo dejar aturdido. Vale, bien.
Second! Over here! Go for it!
Pero... Ay,
Over here! Attack! Get him! Second!
pero... tengo que estar más atento.
This one. Attack!
Pero... A ver, es que no le estoy dando tiempo, ¿eh? De esa manera por lo menos podré recuperar un poco de vitalidad, porque si no... Me tengo casi... Me tengo casi muerto, si es que... Cúrame, Torgal. Vale. Uf, por los pelos. Uf. Por los pelos, ¿eh? He tenido que gastar... Menos mal que me ha dado por usar el límite. El medio límite que tenía.
Something there, boy. Could that be our man? Are you all right?
That griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off. Must have lost sight of me in the grass, though. I'd be dead if it hadn't.
More likely than not.
The name's Camille. I'm a lowly leather worker, if
Not so lowly from what I hear. Do you remember selling to a merchant by the name of Karen?
she's not an easy woman to forget. Bought a cuirass from me after I lost my buyer. Didn't stop her bartering me down to a pittance. She sent you...
It's not her who sent me.
Well, consider me flattered.
You should be. He's a master of it.
Blacksmiths are proud folk. It's a rare thing indeed. And I don't imagine an impressive swordsman like yourself. I dearly love... Actually...
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make that cuirass. If your man's as skilled as he sounds...
You sure?
Well, and thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin hide I can carry. Short of showing him.
In that case?
I'd be much obliged. Right. You send your blacksmith.
Will do. Hopefully this will sweeten Blackthorn's mood.
A ver. La otra misión es aquí. Vamos a intentar hacer esta segunda misión. Además, aquí puedo comprar pociones.
What are you after? Thanks very much.
Bueno.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other.
Ah, welcome. Times may be hot.
Unwanted violets, if you have them.
Boy, I haven't heard folk you're looking for scorpion tails. Unwanted violets is what folk used to chuck 'em in the pot when there weren't nothing else on offer. When there was a war on, that sort of thing. And even if they were...
Do the scorpions still live nearby?
I dare say they do. 3 reeds would be your best bet, if memory serves.
Thank you.
Stay sharp. We don't know what
Don't you go causing any trouble.
Bueno, por fortuna... Voy a tomar una ultra poción. Y si me encuentro con otra, pues... Yo creo que no voy a tener problemas. No creo que haya un bicho lo suficientemente fuerte como para matarme. Alacranes.
At least I know what I'm up against.
Get him!
This one.
This one! Over here! Go to him! Yeah!
I better get this back to Yvonne before it goes bad. Or any worse, at least.
Bueno, pues las 2 misiones que teníamos pendientes. Ya las tenemos hechas. Ahora solamente tenemos que ir aquí a pues a hablar con la gente y a terminarlas. Vamos primero a la del herrero.
That monster's taken quite a liking to me.
And with a bit of luck. How'd it go, Clive? Did you find him, or does the hunt continue?
I found him. And he asked me to give you this.
You're joking.
Y ahora se supone que el herrero me hará algo guay con este cuero.
He said he wouldn't teach you how to work it, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded, you'd have no trouble understanding how it was done.
So that's his secret. Crafty bastard. He's layered and cross-grained it. Good few times too. No wonder it's tough. And that's no ordinary oil he's used to get that finish. Oh, this is fine work. Even finer than I thought.
Yeah? I'll take your word for it. Here, Clive.
Camille, I believe.
I thought as much. There ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see. Turns out he's from Tabor. And again, most leather workers. But our friend Camille guards a long-held family secret, the details of which are the subject of...
Then we better keep this close to our chests.
Listen, sorry for putting the both of you still. I'm glad.
That was the idea. Clive's idea. Anyway, he did most of the work.
It's good to have you back, Blackthorn.
Just don't expect me to go turning out work like that. There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And don't get me started on how much oiling this leather. I reckon I can make something about as good. Something a curse breaker will have no trouble carrying. Anyway, enough narrowing.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
I wouldn't have been the same anyway. No one spins... Right, now that's sorted. Thanks, Clive.
Guay.
Clive. Not saying for you, do you? Don't waste my time. You ain't got the stuff.
O sea, aquí tengo un nuevo objeto que podré fabricar cuando consiga eso. Vale, pues ahora vamos a terminar la misión de Iván.
Did you find our mystery in...
I did indeed.
Marvelous! Let's see.
You wouldn't be wrong.
I present Chance's stew. Grab a spoon, Sid. Let's eat while it's hot.
I'm none.
Well, it'll be too late once I've licked the bowl clean. Odin's teeth! What assault on the set! And yet, up through the pungent... It takes a moment to recover from such an onslaught.
I
will share this gift. Oh, a single mouthful, and Molly will be breeding...
Vale.
Well, don't just stand there gawping. Go on, then. You'll not find a better price than that.
Voy al camarote a ver las cartas nuevas estas.
back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever the charmer. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it. The mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move. As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the mother crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Drastanus, home of Drake's Breath, and plucked it from the Duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drastanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's Breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
We'll be over soon.
You ready?
I think so.
Jill. When you told me you had to come to terms with your past, you weren't talking about destroying Drake's Breath, were you?
No. I spoke of Imran, the leader of the Crystalline Orthodox. The man who made me do all those unspeakable things. I'm going to kill him. It's what I need to do to put the past behind me. What I need to move forward. And I know that I can do it. If you're there beside me.
Always.
Claro que sí, hombre.
I'll be beside you, too. We'll bring down the Mother Crystal together. All while Sid looks on.
Claro que sí,
We'll
Churri.
make him proud.
Vale. Vamos a guardar partida aquí. Y vamos a acabar el vídeo aquí. Y bueno, ahora con la misión esta pues haré un vídeo nuevo dentro de un rato, ¿vale, chicos? Bueno, pues nada, luego nos vemos.